Okay, so this demo is going to go over basically the second part of our animation uh, demos and show you how to make something change so it could rotate or walk. So first thing we're going to do is go up to File, New, and we're going to change this to, we'll go 6x6, 72 dpi, and go ahead and hit OK. Alright, so here is our document. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make a sphere. So I'm going to use my elliptical marquee tool here and make my sphere. And I'm going to go to my gradient tool. So hit G on your keyboard, go to gradient, and I want you just to pick down here in your color wheel your colors. So you probably want to pick one as a regular color, and then the other one I would suggest doing white, but you can do really any color combo you want. And then up at the top here, you're going to go and you're going to change, make sure that you have your color spread right there, your gradient is correct. And I'm going to go with the radial, which is the second one here. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this out and try to make this thing. I'm actually going to put a highlight on one end of it, and I'll show you why later. It's basically because we're going to try to make this thing look like it's bouncing and we need it to rotate. So I'm going to deselect this, hit Command D, and what I need to do next, I need to duplicate this layer. So a couple different ways we can do that, but I'm going to right click it and I'm going to duplicate. And I'm going to duplicate it so I have 4 different copies. And then you could go through and title these, ball 1, ball 2. You might just want to put the numbers on them just by double clicking the titles there. So. Right, from here, now we have all these copied, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my move tool, I'm going to turn off all 4 layers. They're all stacked on top of one another. So I'm going to say 1 is going to be good. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to turn on 2, but on 2 I'm actually going to go and I'm going to make sure I have it highlighted that I'm working with that layer, and I'm going to rotate it to a different position. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter because I changed it. 3 is going to go back to that one, but I'm going to change that one to be a different rotation. Oops. Gotta make sure I'm working with the right layer there. Go to layer 3. There we go. Hit enter, and then layer 4 is going to be the last position. So I'm going to rotate a little bit this way. And hit enter. Now what happens is these are going to look like they're spinning when we play them in order. So what we need to do now is we're going to go to Window, going to go to Animation. And we want to turn off our timeline view and go to frame view. Okay, so here's our frame view. We're going to change this so that it plays, we're going to go 0.2, and then we're going to say forever. And this is just down here in our animation window. So right down there. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to start animating this. So on cell 1 down here, I'm going to make sure I only have one of my layers showing. Okay, and I'm going to have it be frame 1. Okay, then I'm going to duplicate that cell, and on the second frame I'm only going to have cell 2 show. Now I can move it, so I'm going to turn off cell 1, but I'm going to have cell 2 lower down. So we're going to make this thing look like it's a bouncing ball. And then I'm going to duplicate that one. I'm going to turn off 2, turn on 3. And I'm going to make that one kind of hit the bottom. And then actually what I'm going to do next, I'm going to duplicate this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate layer 3 over here. And we're going to call this one Smash 3. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to change this one. Now what's going to happen here is when you make that new layer, you're going to see that it pops up in every frame down here. So when you go back to frame 1, we need to turn off Smash 3. so that it disappears in every single one because we're in our layer. Cell 1 is the master cell. Okay, so there's 2, 3, 4. Now on 4, we're not going to show 4 yet. Okay, so we're going to actually show 3. Turn off the regular 3. We're going to show smash 3. But what I'm going to do is alter smash 3. And it's never going to be different than this. It's always going to be like this smash look to it. And then hit enter. And now I'm going to duplicate frame again. I'm going to turn on 4, turn off smash 3. Okay, duplicate again. Now I do want to make this kind of fluid. So 2, 3, smash. And then as it goes up, now that one I should probably drop down a little bit. And then this one, I want it to maybe be a little bit lower. Okay, so I think at that point we're back to 4, is that right? 4. On this one, I'm actually going to turn off 4. And I'm going to turn on 1. Let's just see if this one actually looks like it's rotating. That's our goal. See what this thing will look like. It's actually bouncing and rotating. Now it's got a little bit of a pause at the top there. So if we really wanted to mess with that, we could probably go in here and like maybe push this one a little bit higher. And let's see if that looks better. Not too bad. So the idea here is we're trying to make this thing look like it is bouncing and spinning at the same time. And you need to use different layers for that to happen. So now when you're done, we're going to hit File, Save for Web and Devices. And remember, this defaults to GIF, and that's fine. So we're going to hit Save, send it to our desktop. And just call it Bounce. Hit Save. And it's going to be on our desktop. And then let's see what happens here. We're going to drop this into Safari, and it's going to preview it for us. And then we get the result that we want.